Hello students, this is Priyanka Bagchi from SVM Sinidih, and I'm here with you today with the second chapter of the supplementary book of class 8, It So Happened. The name of the chapter is Children at Work. As you see, this is a word trash on rag picker children and recycling. So this chapter in your book is an extract from this book, Trash on Rag Picker Children and Recycling, and it is combinedly written by these three persons, Gita Wolf, Anushka Ravishankar and Orijit. The meaning of this word trash is waste material, and waste material means the garbages which we throw on roads or which we keep in the dustbin, and the rag picker children and recycling means the lives of the children in the slums, in the cities, how they try to find out their lives from those garbages which we throw, which we think as dirty. So this is a sarcastic remarks by the writers that which we take as dirty things, those are the lives of some people. These are the brief descriptions about the writers here, all the three writers. The objectives. It will enable the students to understand that running away from home leads to many horrible experiences and undesirable work. It will make the students to understand how lives in slums are. It will give the message why all the children can't go to schools and study. This is a question mark really in our society. And children will be able to understand the message of the story. The message of the story that we should be grateful to God that we have meals for 2 times and we have roof over our head, which so many children don't have. Main characters. There are 2 main characters. Velu, the protagonist of the story, an 11-year-old boy, and Jaya, a girl of almost same age as Velu. This is Velu, this is Jaya. This is the original chapter present here. The whole chapter is given here. We will go through the chapter. The exercise is also given. Vocabulary. You will have to learn the vocabulary, the word meanings. Highlights of the chapter. As you can see, I have divided the whole chapter into 30 small points, and I will discuss the whole story with the help of these points. Okay, here the summary of the chapter is also given. So coming to the highlights of the story. Today I'm going to discuss with you the first 10 points which I have written here as. The first point, the protagonist Velu, an 11-year-old boy, ran away from home. Second point, he wandered around for hours and gets on a train to Chennai without ticket. Third point, he is very tired, escaped ticket collector's notice, Velu got off the train at Chennai platform. He did not know where to go. The crowd was new to him. Sat on the bench, keeping his bundle aside. Velu met Jaya. Velu was surprised to see Jaya. Today I will discuss these points, okay? So, the story Children at Work portrays the pathetic condition of the poor in the city. Especially it shows the life in slums in the city and their constant struggle for survival. That's why it is seen in our society that in a part of the society the children work for survival and food instead of going to school. Their childhood is crushed under the cruel hands of poverty. So we should be empathic with such children and help them in every possible way. These are the children shown here. The protagonist of the story, an 11-year-old boy, this boy, Velu, who ran away from home because his father was a drunkard and he used to beat him and his sisters and snatched their money and spent that money on alcohol. Snatching of the money was still bearable for Velu, but it became unbearable for Velu to tolerate with the brutally beaten up by his father. So, one day he decided to run away from home. Where he would go, the destination was not known, but he left home one day. He walked all day in Kannur. Kannur is a district in Tamil Nadu and got on Kanyakumari Express. Velu did not buy a ticket because he did not have a single penny. He got up on the train and went into the unreserved compartment. Fortunately, he escaped the ticket collector's notice because the ticket collector didn't come to the unreserved compartment. He sat on the floor near the door of the train and tried to sleep, but a group of men were playing cards and making so much noise that it was impossible for Velu to sleep. Due to lack of sleep and hunger, Velu was feeling very weak and tired. He hadn't eaten anything but only few peanuts and a piece of jaggery for the last 2 days. So, he was hungry too. Kanyakumari Express brought Velu to Chennai Central Station. It was a huge station. There was a big crowd. People were running with their luggage. There were loud announcements. There was a big TV screen. People were watching that screen. Some were sitting on the platform seeing all these. Velu was feeling miserable. Because of tiredness and weakness, his legs were feeling wobbly. So wobbly means to say shakiness. Feeling your legs, when your legs would feel shaky. Like you must have experienced such thing, like when you travel on a train for some days, more than 1 day or 2 days, and after stepping down from the train also you would feel as if your feet are moving, you are still moving. That state of situation is known as wobbly. So even after stepping down from the train and standing on the platform, Velu was feeling wobbly. Velu did not know where to go. The city was completely new to him. Everything was new to him. He hadn't seen such a big crowd of people in his life before. This was a horrible experience for him. As Value was feeling miserable and exhausted with the rush, he sat on the bench nearby and kept his bundle beside him. He was feeling very much hungry. Because of hunger, he was feeling distressed. He started taking a nap and suddenly he awoke, hearing a rough, girly voice calling him. Willie turned his face and found that she was a girl of almost his age. This was the girl. You can see in this picture a girl. The girl was almost of his age. Velu stared at her vacantly. The girl was asking his name. There was a mysterious look in the girl's eyes, as if she was sniffing something in Velu, as if she understood everything, that Velu was a boy who had run away from home by seeing the bundle kept beside him. So she was a girl of Velu's age only, but as she was a girl living in the city, and by the appearance, by the gesture of that girl, it was very clearly seen that she had a bit of experience of life. That's why maybe she was of his same age, but she understood a little about value. The girl was continuously talking. She was asking Value the reason why he had left home. She said that every day so many children like him come here to earn money, to become rich, but just by sitting there he would not get money and food. This was the ironic remark of that little girl to Value. Value was very much surprised by the girl's look. She was wearing a very long banyan. Banyan, you must understand, this is a loose undergarment. So that girl was a little girl and wearing a very long banyan, and that banyan was touching even her knees. Her hair was brown, stiff and dirty. She was carrying a big sack on her back. Initially, Velu did not like to talk to a stranger, but when the girl said that she could arrange food for him, finding that girl his only hope in that unknown city, Velu started following that girl. So, this much for today. Next day, we will go through the next points. Till then, goodbye, students.